My name is Dyandro. I'm 27 years old. I'm a personal trainer. And in my childhood, I had some problems in my family. My grandfather was an alcoholic. He used to fight with my grandmother. My mom used to be involved in the fights too. And I used to watch all of that. Also, my mom's boyfriend at the time was also an alcoholic. So they used to argue in the house like pretty much every day. And I used to watch all those arguments, watch all those fights. That made me a very nervous kid. I was always scared of everything. And then when I got older, I started dating. So all of those relationships never really worked out. I got a lot of depression. I almost killed myself. And then when I started dating, and because the relationships that I had never really worked out, was a lot of cheatings, lies. That made me even more depressed. And one day, I wanted to kill myself. So I grabbed a knife. I just didn't have the courage to do it. So I was really lonely. So I started going out, started partying a lot, started smoking weed and drinking. But after all those drugs and partying and girls, I was still sad. I was still lonely and depressed. So I started a chain of going Fridays. I got delivered from smoking weed first. Then as I started to understand more, I started to realize that I was doing a lot of things wrong, like being with a lot of different girls, which I thought it was fine. So I stopped being with a lot of girls. I stopped going out and I stopped partying. So I went through that process, which it wasn't easy because it was things that I used to do a lot. But I was strong enough to do it. And then I decided that I wanted to change my life. The pastors and the helpers used to say that if you don't have the Holy Spirit, you're not gonna last. So you're not gonna stay like that. You're gonna go back to your old life. And I didn't want to go back to the old life. I really wanted to change. So I knew I needed to receive the Holy Spirit. So I started seeking. And I received the Holy Spirit on the Monday service. It was the last day of the fast of Daniel. I received the Holy Spirit, and after that, it just completely changed my life. I'm a totally different person today. I don't need to smoke, I don't need to drink, or I don't need to go party, because I'm happy. I don't feel lonely anymore. I don't feel sad. I'm just a totally different person today. I know that I'm not alone. Life is not perfect, but I know that every day God is with me. If something happens, God is there with me to help me go through all the problems.